Good morning.
どうしたのその顔。目開いてないよ。
Lack of sleep. I didn't know what I was doing, but I kept working with the guitar, and before I knew it, it was light out. Thanks to that, I hardly slept. Ow, my fingers hurt. The blisters that formed on the fingertips of my left hand had popped, and the skin was bleeding or peeling. Well, that's how it always goes at first.
もうすごい弾いてたんだ。さすがだね。
You better be impressed. No, not at all. I was just mimicking the finger motions, and that's all.
今度なんか聞かせてね。
Kanade seemed happy, but Chika-chan seemed angry for some reason. Chika-chan, are you mad about something? She was clearly upset.
ゴンダには近づかない方がいいって言ったのに。
Oh yeah, she did tell me that. I'd forgotten all about Gonda-san as soon as I started on the guitar.
誓ったらまたそんなこと言ってゴンダさんに失礼でしょ。
Aw. Master will be with us too, so it's alright.
もうパパも物好きなんだからいい年してさ。
いい年して落ち着きがなくて悪かったな。
He grabbed hold of Chika-chan's head from behind and shook her hair about.
やめてよ。髪が乱れる。
チカは髪がぐちゃぐちゃでも可愛いぞ。
何言ってるのよバカ。パパ腰が痛いって言ってたじゃない。痛い思いしても知らないから。そういえばお父さん腰大丈夫なの
？1曲や2曲ならなんてことないさ。翔一は昨日はずいぶん遅くまでギターいじってたみたいじゃないか。やる気になってきたか？
It's not about feeling up to it. I have to step up to the plate. Since I decided to do it, I'll do my best. I can't let myself cause trouble for you two.
翔一は真面目だな。
Master laughed as if he was having fun. Did I say something that funny? But it's not good at all by myself. Master, could you teach me the guitar later?
ギターなら俺よりエイジの方がうまいぞ。
Huh? Gonda-san? I wasn't too thrilled about learning from Gonda-san. I'd like to avoid it if I could.
またゴンダ。でもゴンダさんなら腕は確かだよね。
He plays bass.
短期間に上手くなろうと思ったらいい教師につくのが一番の早道だぞ。
It's true, man. Yes, you're right. I understood that, but I didn't like it. Besides, I found it hard to believe that Gonda-san would actually teach me anything.
今日もスタジオ予約入ってるから後で顔出すだろう。その時頼んでやるよ。
Then please do. But I didn't have time to care about whether I liked it. Still, though.
嫌だね。
Oh. Doesn't look too happy. Huh? But,
なんで俺がお前に教えなくちゃならないんだ。
'cause it's your mess. When I asked him to teach me the guitar, Gonda-san asked me that point blank. Just as I thought. This person would never teach anyone else. But still. What do you mean why? The reason I ended up playing the guitar is your fault in the first place, Gonda-san.
知るか。お前がやるって言ったんだろ。自分で何とかしろ。
What an awful person. I knew it was a mistake to ask him. After this, I wouldn't learn from him even if he asked me to teach me.
エイジは人に教えるようなのは柄じゃないか。まあしょうがないな。小一の練習のことは後で考えるとして。
Master changed the subject.
で、ライブでは何やる？
Master asks Gondo-san. I guess he's asking about the songs we'll play.
今回は練習するにしても基礎からってわけにはいかないからな。とにかく一曲覚えるしかないだろう。それにはまずやる曲を決めないとな。
That's right. It'll help me a lot if we can decide early. I don't know where to even begin.
エイジは何か考えがあるのか？バーナなんかどうです？
バナ？
ああ、いいかもな。あれならギターもそんなに難しくないだろう。ああ、ボーカルはエイジ、お前がやれよ。歌はあんま好きじゃないんだが。まあ仕方ないですね。じゃあそういうことで。
I didn't have a clue what they were talking about, but the song was chosen in no time. I had no idea what kind of song it was.
しっかり覚えてこいよ。
I know that. Shit. He won't even teach me and he tells me to get it down? How irresponsible. At this point, I'll do it and show him.
これスコアだって。
Score? Oh, thank you. Kanade handed me the score. I read the notes to see what kind of song it
大
was.
丈夫。きっと翔一くんならなんとかなるよ。
I guess my luck had grown grave since Kanade spoke up. Kanade has always encouraged me unconditionally since we were young. Thanks. Anyway, I have to practice.
同じ弦楽器だもん。共通するところもきっとあるよ。それだったら上達もきっと早いって。
Yeah, you're right. After grandstanding before Gondo-san, I couldn't do it. Won't cut it. Anyways, I just have to practice. Yeah. I'd worked with the guitar even during my breaks. The only way to get my hands accustomed to the guitar was to hold it for as long as possible. Ah, messed up again. What made this complicated was that the arrangement of the guitar strings were the opposite of a violin's. The violin starts low and goes in order to sol, re, ma, whatever, but the guitar goes lo, mi, la, re, sol, ti, hi, mi. I don't know what that is. If you know what that is, you might have to explain it to me, but I don't know. Sol, re, mi, la, vi, mi, la, la, blah, 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 blah! In other words, the fingering is completely backwards, and you say that in the first place. If I didn't constantly think about that, my fingers would move as they were trained for the violin. On the other hand, so long as I kept watch on that, then I could make use of a lot of my violin experience, since it was another string instrument. I need to drill it into my body. Not the best choice of words. Thinking about it in my head isn't enough. I need to make it so my hands will move on their own. But I also worried if I got used to the fingering on the guitar, I'd have trouble when I went back to the violin. Really? Wait, I won't be playing the violin again, though. That's right. Anytime I grew careless, my thoughts went to things I didn't need to think about. I should stop thinking. For now, if I move my body, I won't have to think about anything. Right now, having something driving me like this is just what I needed. Okay, one more time.
なんか新鮮。
Oh, Kanade. Kanade looked at me in surprise. Is something odd?
逆逆。すっごくなんかこうハマりすぎててびっくりしちゃった。
Good with it.
似合ってるってこと。翔一くんとエレキギターの組み合わせなんて想像したこともなかったけどな。
Yeah. All the Japanese girls think I'm kakui. Not kukui, the Spanish word for monster. Kakui. It means cool.
そっか。
Kanade was impressed and nodded several times. She seems kind of happy. it's kind of embarrassing to be watched. Why don't you sit over there instead? I offered the seat next to me, out of shyness. Kanade looked reluctant as she sat down beside me.
調子はどう？正一君のことだから、もしかしてもうマスターしちゃった？
She said jokingly. Of course, she didn't think so seriously, I'm sure. It's pretty difficult. It's similar, but you use it differently.
ライブまであと何日だっけ？今度の日曜？
Yeah, not even a week left. With only a week left, will I ever be able to play one song decently? While I didn't feel anxious, I also felt the excitement of my adrenaline rush. It's been a while since I felt this. The very man who dragged me into this said, "Do it yourself," and refused to teach me.
ゴンダさんらしいね。
Chika-chan seems to hate him a lot, but what kind of person does Gonda-san seem to be in your eyes, Kanade?
そうだな。
He's got a hat, he's got sunglasses. The way he's tilting his hat makes it pretty cool. Kakui. Kanade thought for a bit.
なんでかいつも寂しそうかな。
Yeah, me too. Lonely. I was perplexed by her impression as I'd never thought of that. The word lonely just didn't match up with how I saw Gonda-san.
でもわかんない。なんとなくそう思っただけ。私の感想なんて当てにならないよ、きっと。
No, I wouldn't say so. Kanade was surprisingly sharp about these things. She was very surprisingly good at picking things up, probably because she's the type who's always considerate of others. That just goes to show how well she observes other people. That's why when Kanade said he seems lonely, I thought she might not necessarily be off the mark. I realized that, but I still couldn't bring myself to agree.
それよりギターだよ。練習しないとでしょ？
Yeah, you're right. Kanade, you can play the guitar, right? I completely forgot because Chika-chan was the only one who stood out, but Kanade was playing the guitar at the welcome party the other day, wasn't she?
ちょっとだけならね。ピアノの方がマシだけど。で、ピアノなら正一君の方が上手かな。
But that still means you're far better than me at the guitar, right? Please, could you teach me the guitar?
私が正一君に？
Yeah, setting up them flags and knocking them down. Even Master said it, that it's best to learn from properly for the first time, right? I don't have any time. I know you're busy too, Kanade, but please? I put my hands together and begged. I was desperate.
私でいいならいいけど。
Really? You're a great help. Then let's get started right now.
今から？
There's this part I don't get about the fingering. This place
も
is...
う始まってる。ちょっと待って。ね。
It'll be somewhat better with a person to teach me. I'd be irritated if I couldn't play at all and Gonda-san scoffed at me. Besides, if I'm going to do it, then it's best to be able to have fun doing so. I couldn't avoid obsessing over it if I worked at it alone. There was no need to go crazy about it like I did the violin. I've had more than enough of that. I needed to have fun, enjoy it. I'm sure I'll get better faster that way too. Like this? I reviewed what I've learned from Kanade in my room. None of it was clicking, partly because I didn't know the original song. If possible, it would be nice to have the video of the concert. I felt like it had been a long time since I thought about things for the future like this. Since I could look forward to the future coming. After quitting the violin, this was the time where I had nothing to do. Either that, or where I feared going to sleep. And now it flew by.
No.
Cremona. What? At some point, Cremona had sat by the door. He was drawn over by the sound of my guitar? I'm really uncomfortable with the way he can just sneak up silently. But I guess I have to grow a little used to Cremona. I don't like him, but I've stopped being excessively afraid of him. Maybe because he looks kind of funny, too. Since you're here, would you like to listen? I couldn't put more effort into it when there was someone listening than when I played by myself. I faced Cremona and started playing the guitar. Yeah. Cremona quietly disappeared off somewhere, and he didn't like it. You're not satisfied with my guitar, huh? Since Cremona was particular about music, I guess it couldn't stand my obviously beginner guitar. I know it's only natural, but it was very irritating. Alright, practice, practice. But I guess this is just right. From now on, I'll enjoy my time together with the music. That's how it should be, man. Anything you're doing, anything you're striving for, you just need to have fun doing it. Oh, thanks. Finally, the break I've been waiting for. Of course, it was to practice the guitar. Kanade, if you will. I begged Kanade to join me and help me to practice as much as she could. I didn't have any time, so I felt rushed. I couldn't calm down if I wasn't practicing. Kanade sensei, thank you for coming today. Oh, this is some flirting going on. She called it hard, but Kanade's manner of teaching was very polite and easy to understand. Ever since Kanade started teaching me, it's been fun to practice. This was my first time having fun like this while I was interacting with music. Thinking back, there was never a time I found my violin lessons fun. Though there were more times than I could count when I thought they were harsh. But now, even that started to feel nostalgic. Just as we were heading to the studio, a customer came in. Oh! It was the girl from the other day. Welcome, are you here for the studio today? Kaguya. She's alone. I was surprised she was here by herself. She wasn't even carrying an instrument.
Nani?
Yeah, she is. My eyes naturally fell on her, but Kaguya-san glared back at me. No, nothing. Excuse me. It was rude to stare at a girl. I apologize. But Kaguya-san was still staring at me. Her eyes fell upon the guitar in my hand. Oh, this? It sounded as if she was asking, why not a violin? This girl must know that I played the violin. The truth is, I wound up scheduled for the next gig. I wonder if you know Gonda-san? He was asked to play by Samejima-san.
Sameno? じゃあ、あんたがそのゴンダって人のバンドのメンバーなわけ?
Well, that's how it turned out. It just kind of happened that way.
Nariyuki.
Kaguya-san's voice clearly fell in pitch. Her expression grew even fiercer. She always looked like she was angry, but now she looked really angry. She said, squeezing out her voice. Oh, what I'm trying to do? I was puzzled by Kaguya-san's attitude. She was clearly angry, but I couldn't tell why. Did I upset you somehow?
そんな軽い気持ちでバンドやろうってわけ? 遊びかなんかのつもり?
She's very passionate about bands, apparently. Her tone was filled with denunciation. What I had done to invoke her wrath? No, That's not my intentions at all. Why are you so mad? I didn't get it at all. The fact that I didn't know only seemed to fuel the fire of her anger, though.
あんたなんかに片手までギターなんてやってほしくないって言ってるの。バイオリンがダメになったから次はギター。ちょっとぐらいバイオリンが弾けるからって何でもできると思ってるわけ？
This girl definitely knew that I played the violin, and she knew that I couldn't play it anymore. Apparently, she also thought that I was playing the guitar as some amusing substitute for the violin.
こっちは真剣にやってるのよ。そんな生半可な気持ちであんたにバンドなんてやってほしくない。
Half-heartedly? That word struck home. I felt like my head had been slammed hard. It was true that I had been trying to have fun with it, and I felt like she'd seen through that. But is that really such a bad thing to do? That's why my reason told me. But Kaguya-san's words surpassed my reason. There was a part of me that felt guilty, despite reason.
ちょっと言い過ぎじゃないですか。
fine.
どんな風に音楽に関わるかは人それぞれだと思います。他人がとやかく口出しすることじゃ。
Kanade was covering for me. Her tone was strong, something rare given how she doesn't like disputes.
それに翔一くんはそんないい加減な気持ちでやってるわけじゃないですよ。よく知りもしないくせにそんなこと言わないでください。翔一くんは片手間で音楽をやったりしません。ちゃんと真剣に練習してます。ジャンルは違うけど彼は音楽のプロなんですから。
Kaguya-san bore her hatred towards Kanade's words.
プロもアマチュアも関係ない。
She cut down Kanade's words with her short phrase. Her look was challenging. What was this girl's fighting against that made her always have such a
プロだから偉いとかアマチュアだからダメだってことはないでしょ。アマチュアだってプロより真剣に音楽に取り組んでる人はいくらでもいるわ。
それはそうだけど。
Kanade recoiled at her rebuttal. She wasn't used to arguing with people. You have something you want to say? Say it to me, don't you? If you want to say something, then say it to me. Oh, I messed that up. Kaguya-san glared directly at me. Then she opened her mouth to speak.
もういいわ。
And didn't say anything. Had she said everything she wanted to? But it looked like she still had more. While I thought about that, Kaguya-san spun around. I guess she planned to leave.
あれ、スタジオは？
悪いけどキャンセルして。気分じゃなくなったから。
Cancellation fee, bitch. That will incur a cancellation fee. Yeah.
じゃあ違う日に予約変更にして。ダメ？
はい、いいですよ。いつがいいですか？
Dang it. She outsmarted us.
じゃあ来週の月曜の同じ時間で。
はい、受けたまわりました。
ありがとう。
Kaguya-san said and walked right out. Thank you, huh? I found myself surprised that she still kept up her manners. Maybe that girl isn't such a bad girl after all. Sorry about that, Kanade. All because of me.
私こそ大人げない言い方しちゃって。でも翔一くん、あの子と何かあったの？
No, not particularly. Oh, that was the wrong button. I couldn't think of anything. But I guess that girl hates me. I don't know why though. But more importantly, I was curious about her eyes. Why did that girl always have that look about her? That look that the whole world was against her. Maybe it's something that happens often at that age. The rebellious age. There's a time for everyone where they defy their parents and teachers without deep meaning. Maybe there wasn't much meaning behind her eyes either. for some reason, they bothered me. Because they were very beautiful eyes.
練習しようか。
Yeah, right. Kanade was worried. I started to feel worried too. At this rate, I would really be alright.